Namaste everyone. This is Dr. Manoj Kuteri. I'm the Wellness Director from Atmantan Wellness Center, Mulshi, Pune. As we know, currently the entire world is fighting against a common cause, which is called as a COVID-19. And during these critical times, it's important for us to discuss about some preventive measures that we could adopt to safeguard our own health. If you really look at a disease manifestation, there are three factors that are needed for any disease to develop in our body. One is the infectious agent itself, which could be a bacteria, it could be a virus, or it could be any other foreign bodies which can trigger an immune response. In this case, it's actually called as SARS-CoV-2 virus, or it's actually called as a coronavirus, which is a different version. It's a mutated coronavirus. Secondly, it needs a host cell. Virus as such is a non-living agent, which is basically a DNA or RNA surrounded by a protein complex called as a capsid. So for the virus to survive, it needs a host cell so that it can grow and multiply. Thirdly, it needs a favorable surrounding, a favorable situation for the virus to grow and multiply. Now, for controlling the infectious agent, of course, when there is a breakout or there is actually a fast breakout, it's very difficult for us to just completely eliminate this. But what we could do is we can actually just adopt a lot of preventive aspects such as personal hygiene, oral hygiene, hand hygiene, all those things we can maintain, and also keeping a safe distance from infected people. We can keep the virus at bay. Now, secondly, what we could do by not providing an optimum surrounding for the virus to grow is by means of improving our immunity. And that is the only way we can actually safeguard our own health, even if we get any minor exposure. As we know, a major percentage of these infected cases may not manifest symptoms. The reason why it's the old age people or people with any secondary disease like such as diabetes or liver problems, kidney problems are more susceptible because they maintain a poor immunity compared to the younger generation. Now, how do we improve our immunity? There are a few things that we can look into. One is primarily about, as we know, the most important aspect is by following a healthy diet. And when I say healthy diet, the diet should be rich in micronutrients than macronutrients, and it should consist of wholesome food such as wholesome grains, nuts, fruits, vegetables, and also enough fiber. And we should also avoid all other junk food which are rich in sugar or preservatives or fried food, then fast food. All these things have to be completely eliminated from our diet. Secondly, we should also look for foods that are high on antioxidants. So there is a saying called as rainbow eating, which means foods that are different in color, like multicolored fruits and vegetables, should give you sufficient amount of antioxidants that are good for our immune system. We should also focus on foods that are rich in vitamins such as vitamin C, D, E, and K, and also minerals such as magnesium, zinc, and potassium, which are very essential for building our immune system. So have plenty of green leafy vegetables, nuts, fruits, and also fruits that are rich in vitamin C like lime, orange, pineapple, and things like that. Secondly, now we should also focus on improving our gut health. When I say gut health, your gut determines about 50 to 60% of your immunity through the friendly bacteria that are present in your gut. So one of the most important aspect of promoting gut health is by taking adequate amount of fiber, because fiber normally breeds the good bacteria, or it actually feeds the good bacteria, and the sugar feeds the harmful bacteria or the infection. Thirdly, India is well known for its richest source of herbs, which are, spices and herbs, which are having an anti-inflammatory property, antiviral property, antibacterial property, and so on. Okay, so some of the most important herbs will be like turmeric, tulsi or basil, garlic, ginger, cinnamon, and specifically for respiratory conditions, like there is one compound which is extracted from licorice, and this has been proven like in many countries. Even in the past, there has been a lot of studies that is being conducted on trials using this particular herb, like which is licorice. So we could have consumed like these herbs abundantly, so we could help us improve our immune system. Now there is a lot more importance on now, I mean, most of us are confined at home, so it's important for us to just like resort into some home remedies, and one of the most important one would be like fasting. When I say fasting, it could be either short fasting or it could be intermittent fasting. Fasting has been proven to be beneficial in promoting something called as autophagy, or otherwise called as self-eating. So it actually helps in recycling the toxins within our body, or dissolving the complex protein molecules, which could be disease forming, or it could be like faster aging proteins. So this could be dissolved by doing a proper supervised fasting. So at home, what we could practice is a short fasting for 2 days, or intermittent fasting, which would be about 14 to 16 hours. Now, another important factor is having adequate sleep. When I say quality sleep, I mean, normally it is said that like you need to have at least 1/3 of the day, which is about 6 to 8 hours. You should be having a good quality sleep, and this can really helps in recuperating our immune system. And plus, it has been proven that sleeping more than 5 to 6 hours can actually just increase the production of natural killer cells, which can contribute to our immunity. Lastly is exercise, yoga, and breathing. Exercise, it may be a little hard for us to just do some form of cardio, like because we are mostly at home. But what we could do in terms of cardio is you can do burpees, you can do sun salutation, which is actually on a faster pace, which could become a cardio, or you can do like sport jogging, or it could be sprint or stationary bicycling, as the case may be. Now, apart from this, there are a lot of yoga practices which also has immune boosting benefit, such as Tadasana or Uttanasana, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. These practices are really beneficial in improving the immune system. Besides this, you could also like do a lot more breathing exercises, because please note that this particular virus, COVID-19, the target organ is lungs. So we could get away by improving the immunity of your own, your respiratory system, basically. Okay, so besides this, there are a lot of other treatments as well. Of course, it may not be possible for you to just practice this treatment at home, but whenever it's possible, or once all these chaos reduces, like once all these stress reduces, we could actually resort into doing some form of exercises, by going to a wellness center, or places where mostly these kind of treatments or treatment protocols are targeted. The doctors team at Atmantan, with all these travel restrictions, is very difficult for us to do a sit-down consultation with all of you, but we are available. Please note that we are available for any form of queries and advices, like through digital media. So please stay in touch with us, and we will be more than happy to just assist you in if you have any questions or any doubts. Thank you very much.